Okay, so we have a Porsche Fender here. We're going to do a seamless full front fender on it. It's a little bit of a challenge. It's typically easier to do it in bulk, but this is a pattern. We omit the cutout for the fuel door here. It makes it a little easier, and everything has been edge wrapped. So we've got edge wrapping going on here, back here, around here. I've added some in here as well as a little bit along here just to get some good coverage, and if we need to, we'll trim it back. Okay, so I'm going to get my edges lined up around in here. Make sure all your film is loose, and I'm going to get this little notch right here just to wrap just over the edge. So I'm going to put my tack back in here, get this wrapped around there, and then we want to make sure that this corner and everything all here lines up first. We'll give it a little bit of a squeegee there, and then we'll work down here a little bit. And we'll make sure we have plenty of slip in here. And I'm checking my edge along here. Make sure that edge is it's basically a 1/4 of an inch, so make sure the edge is a 1/4 of an inch there. And bring my squeegee down. Squeegee this out here. I'm just gonna get it right to about there. I've got a little finger back here. See if we can get this to lay. Got that laid down. And then gonna check my alignment down lower here. Also, I need to kind of give it a pull here and get some of this wrinkle out here. So I want to get that good intact. And I want to tack it also because I don't want a bunch of stuff flowing out of here. We've cleaned it out, but still the chance of debris flowing out of there. So we'll give it a little pull down here and lock it down like so. And from now I can kind of leave this and move on to over here, and we're going to do a big stretch along here. Now this is where we have a big stretch. You can see we've got probably an inch or more there. We have some fingers here, but we want to try to get these fingers out, so we're going to have to do it in 2 steps here. So we're going to make sure we have, again, plenty of slip underneath there. I want to pull this, and I want to make sure my alignment stays the same all along the top here. And I'm pulling this. We have an edge wrap going on inside the light as well. So I'm gonna take and get this locked down here. So we're gonna do a swipe all the way across the crown. Like so. And looks like we're still pretty good there. I think that'll work. So I'll come back and squeegee this along here. I don't want to go too far down yet. And I want this to lock up here because locking it up here is going to keep it from stretching right here. So we'll get our squeegee and lock this down along through here. So, and some more of these fingers down here. I'll come back over here. Again, make sure I got plenty of slip. I'm going to stretch it down this way. Like that. And I've got good alignment there. So we'll squeegee this down. That's good and locked there. We've got good alignment over here. And I'm just going to double check up here and make sure I don't have any pre-tack spots or a stretch mark up here or anything like that. If you're having trouble getting these air pockets out, you can just kind of lift your film and get it right to that edge there, like so. We'll have to make an adjustment down on the end because we have a little bit of a wrinkle here. So we'll lift this like so, and then I'm just going to give it a little tug down to take those wrinkles out. Squeegee it. And now I can leave this for now and go hit that before that gets good and locked down. These we can come back, and the reason being is we've got this hard edge here. So if we get any type of lift or disturbance line, it'll be on that edge and it won't be visible. You see, it's just a good hard stretch, like so. And I'm letting the heat from my hands kind of help me set this. Squeezing that, and you see I've got that there, so I'm going to lift that, readjust, and get it so everything lines up here again. We're good there. And this is the final spot on this. Got plenty of slip in there. Film's still moving really well. And I'm gonna have to trim some of this off again, like I did in it. I told you I did a little edge wrap there. So I'll take and just get that pulled down. Like so. And this is SunTek film, so it's pretty forgiving. I've got just a little bit of silvering right there. I'm not sure if that would go away or not, but it's easy enough just to lift it and squeegee it again. And now all we have to worry about is getting this laid in here. So we're gonna start from this point here, run our squeegee in, push the film underneath the light, and then right here, here, here. And we'll probably need a little more tack there. And there's a little rubber gasket, and I can feel the film tucking underneath that rubber gasket as I push it in. I only gave myself a 1/4 of an inch edge wrap on this in here. Up here, it's a little bit more excess up in here. Tongue-tied today. Well, we'll just go back and check our work. Make sure this all looks good. Make sure our edges are locked down good and tight here. We'll move on to the back. All right, so we're at the back of the fender now. Lift this here. Make sure that we've got plenty of slip underneath it. And then check our alignment on the bottom. Make sure that's all good. We can spray some tack down here. Get it locked in there. We got to kink it up on top there. We'll come through one more time here. Slip it. Okay. And that's it. We have our fenders to do, or the lips to do here, and then tuck and trim all this up. Let's move this over here. All this along here, we'll just come back through and put our tack up here and get this all locked down. and we'll let that dry out. The last thing we're going to do is trim this out here, and you don't want to trim it right to the edge. You want to have a little flap to be able to fold around, so we'll snap off a fresh blade here. So we have a good sharp blade, and just have your blade out about that far, and usually give myself a good 3/8 of an inch, and we'll have to trim it one more time once it's ready to wrap in there. Poke it so I can lift it. Just give ourselves a nice, clean, even cut all the way around, like so. And then you can flush this. And this film tends to stick pretty well inside of these little valleys in here. You can start on the bottom and kind of hold it and get all that moisture out of there. If you have a towel handy, you can take and rub your towel around here and absorb some of the moisture. I recommend using one of these type of towels. It's a lint-free towel, and kind of collect the moisture. If you're still having trouble, then let it dry out a bit, and you can come back and squeegee this down. And that's it.